Good morning. It is 8:55 a.m. on Saturday, April 13th, 2019, here in South Korea. I'm Christiana Ellis, and I've been up for a little bit, went and had breakfast, put in my contact lenses. This is 5 more minutes. So I'm trying to be on the ball today instead of sort of at a more leisurely Saturday pace, because in a little bit, in about half an hour, in fact, Mike and I are going to be recording for Talking About Survivor. And we were unable to make the schedule work last week, so we have to do 2 episodes this week. Oh, hello, JT. Hello, future girl. I am future girl. Yes. Anyway, I'm bumping the laptop. We have to try to catch up on Survivor because we missed last week. And it's emblematic of everything that I'm trying to accomplish while here in South Korea that timing is tricky, because the only time that it really works to try to organize something with people who are back in the States and now is that Friday and Saturday evenings become Saturday and Sunday mornings for me. And that's really the only time where it lines up, because every other time is like I'm available, but it's in the middle of the night back there, or they're available, but it's in the morning on a weekday for me, and I have to be at work. It's a struggle. But, it's making that effort, though, is the way to carry on and maintain social contacts even when you are otherwise isolated. And so therefore it's very important to kind of maintain, in order to maintain some sense of normalcy while in a foreign land. Even saying foreign land like that actually feels a little weird. It's definitely a different country, of course. I can look out there and say, look, that's a whole other country. But it's more just a matter of being away from home, right? It's not so much about any difference between South Korea and the United States that I'm talking about, so much as just being separated from your normal context, right? Now, if I were to be traveling, say, to Ohio, right, I wouldn't have the time zone issue, and that would make some things easier. But otherwise, I'm still, away from home. I don't get to sleep in my normal bed. I'm still having to, eat out all the time because I don't have my, regular kitchen. I still have to, make do with things away from home, and I can't go to improv classes, all these sorts of things. And so here it's really just the time zone difference. And that just means that I have to be more proactive in scheduling to try to have these things happen. So, and that these things includes, recording for Talking About Survivor. And then, of course, tomorrow will be session 0 of Beyond the Wall for the very last season of Game of Thrones. So we'll be talking about the build-up to the new season. And then, of course, if I also want to try to play games, like I can't continue my regular so many levels, so I'm just trying to think, what is something I can do? And so tomorrow, before Beyond the Wall, I'm going to be recording with a group of people a game called For the Queen, which I heard about on the One Shot Podcast Network. And seems like a really fun story building game where the idea is that there's a queen who's taking a small retinue through a dangerous territory in order to navigate, negotiate some sort of a treaty settlement. And the way the game works is just questions, where you draw cards, and the question might have, say, what was the last time the queen was kind to you, and why did it hurt your feelings? And then you have to just try to imagine that situation, and you build that story, and you improvise it together, and then you go around the circle, and that's just how it works. And it's a pretty neat game that I'm excited to try. So I'll be streaming that tomorrow. Tomorrow at about this time. We'll be doing that, and then a little bit later than this tomorrow will be Beyond the Wall. And of course, as previously mentioned, talking about Survivor is just in about half an hour. And so, So, how are you doing? Yeah, so I still have to prepare the stream presentation display for talking about Survivor. So I'm going to go ahead and get to that. But in the meantime, I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes when I will be continuing my rewatch of Gravity Falls with the season 1 finale, Gideon Rises. Woo. And that's it. Bye now.